progress here either. We'd definitely come back at some point, right?
Cheers, mate.
We said we wasn't done at this venue. If you've not guessed it, we are back at Evaro. It's February again. We couldn't stay away from it, could we?
No, opportunity came up and we are back.
Got to thank Mark Slade. Obviously, thank you for letting us come back out again in February. This place is amazing. Every time we've come here, I've come here 3 times now.
Yep.
You've been here, this is your second time.
Yep.
This lake is not the same again. I say, previous video we was here, it had at least, I think it was about 10 foot of flood water, right?
At least 10.
At least that. Now, it's actually normal. And it looks completely different, right?
It feels completely different as well.
It does, but I'm super excited to get the rods out. Well, the rods are out, I say to get...
The rods are out. We've been here 24 hours. We arrived very late in the middle of the night and got set up. By the time we'd done everything yesterday, it was raining. We didn't get time to get the camera out and do any filming. So we're doing our opener now, 24 hours in. Yeah,
I say it's different. I like the flood water. I love this, but I like the flood water, that element.
Yeah.
But we're going to have to figure this out. The fish are not showing as much. They're not as active. So we need to work out, last time the zigs played into our favour.
Yes.
We've got a couple of zigs out now, but we are fishing the bottom. We're on the silty areas in between the mounds out there, the sandbars and the gravel bars.
There's a lot of features here,
Hell of a lot of features.
which we knew anyway,
Yeah.
and we've had the sounder out. We've picked that up, and then Mark Slady's been here and put us on some spots. We have introduced a bit of bait this time, whereas we didn't really do that last time.
No,
it was way too deep last time, and it was just for the zigs. Are we going to change it?
I think we're going to go a few zigs today,
Yeah.
but we will keep you updated with the changes. So as you can see, I'm just starting to make up some zigs. We're currently fishing the bottom, but I did touch on last year here, we did fish zigs. We did have a lot of flood water, but I still feel there's an opportunity on the zigs. We're seeing a little bit of activity, nothing like last year. There was a lot of fish jumping between the hours of 8 and 11 in the morning. We was hoping we was going to see the same again here. Not seen that yet. But what we have seen is the odd 1 or 2 jump, and it's not been in the said place. It's one over there, one over there, one over there. So from that, we're just going to throw a couple of zigs around. I think there's a few of us here. Obviously, I'm here, Joff's here. Cameraman Jamie's, he actually fishing with us. His idea to come out here, by the way. So that's why we're back. Yeah, I think we'd be silly with the 9 rods we got not to have some zigs on. So I'm going to get this one tied up with some white maggots. Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
So what are we doing? Quick show of the rigs. This is what Kyle's using. It's the multi-combi D-rig with a yellow pop-up from Carp Basics. Little plug. I'm doing something a little bit more basic. Just a straightforward hair rig, snowman style. Bit of colour. It's winter, so I want to add a bit of colour to that. And what else are we doing? Simple boilie mix. This was prepped in advance. So this is a couple of days old now. Boilie crumb. Some 10, 12 millers in there, all on the all nut, soaked, and that is all the juices that are coming out of the boilies. There's nothing else added to that. So something really simple, something really effective. Let's see if we can get a bite.
So we've been here now, we're into our second night, but I just want to give you an update. And the update I want to give you is, why did we come to Evaro? Why have we come back here again? For me, it's my 3rd time back here. Originally, the first time we come here, it was November of 2023. We had a team spotlight, New Direction Tackle spotlight here. And yeah, I say we had it hard. We turned up, we just recently flooded. We had about 6 foot of flood water from the river behind. Very, very cold. It really did. It made the fishing tough. Mark managed to nick a fish in the first night, which was great. We thought it was, you know how it is, you have a fish on your first night, you really think you're going to be on them. But after that, it really shut up shop. And I suppose you could say the morale was low, or the team spirit was low, because if you come out to France, you expect to catch loads of fish. One thing I will say, this is not that venue, but the fish are in here are mega. It was midweek, coming towards the end of the week, to be fair. It's a Thursday night. I managed a really, really nice mirror. Yeah, these fish in here are just unreal. It really, really lifted the team up. It was unfortunate that was the last fish of the session for us as a team, but it made us come back, and that then brings us on to February of 2024. Myself and Joff come back again because we see the stamp of fish that was in here, and we know what's in here, and we want to catch them. I've always said it, Joff's in agreement with this, it's the commons in here. They are insane. We were lucky enough, again, we had unlucky or lucky, depends how you want to look at it. It had flooded. It was even worse than our last trip in November. We had over 15 foot of flood water. But we adapted to the conditions. We fished zigs, and we done very well. And we caught 2 really, really unreal commons. But believe it or not, they're quite small for in here. There's a lot bigger. And again, this is why we're back. I don't think I'll ever not come to this place until I catch one of these big ones. Unless you've been here, you just don't know. Yeah, this place is unreal.
As some of you know, part of Fishing with Joff and Kyle, we're doing a segment on cooking with Joff and Kyle. Fishing's a little bit quiet this afternoon, so we've got a little bit of time, and we're going to prepare some food.
So today we are cooking some camembert, or burt, what is it? I ain't too sure. But we've got that with some French toast, and we are going all in with our homemade lasagna. So let's see how this goes. So we're going to get our starter going. Camembert, so we're just going to unpack it, put it onto our tray. May I say, we've already set the stove up. We're preheated to 200. It's 20 minutes, so in it goes. Hit the timer. Off we go, 20 minutes.
Well, now we've got the starter actually in the oven warming up, we can make a start on this. We're going to add our mince. So the mince is now cooked. We've got a few minutes until our starter's ready, so we'll start bringing this together. We're going to add the red sauce now. Homemade all the way. Via Tesco's. Other brands are available. Right, the mince is done, the sauce is in. We're going to go to the prep stage now, so let's get this going.
So we're adding the first layer of mince. I'm no professional cook.
Nor am I.
My mum would hate this. Right, now we're going to add a bit of the cheese sauce.
Pasta.
Tell me when.
What are we doing? Pasta first, mate. Pasta first, mate.
Pasta first. Sorry, Mum. Use that one. Is it pasta first?
Yeah.
I watched a few Gordon Ramsays before I come, and I thought, yeah, we've got this. Like, it's not as easy as it looked. So camembert's pretty much done. So we're going to take that out. We're going to put this in. How long are we cooking this for?
Go 45 minutes. Oh. Yeah, it's going to be a good 40, 45 minutes.
Bon appetit. Is that French?
Yeah.
Yeah. So our starter is done. I'm going to take it out, and then I'm going to put the lasagna in. Oh, looks like we've had a malfunction. Packaging's giveaway, but we're still going to eat that. Let's pop this in there quickly. Get that on for a good 40 minutes. So this is just something we wanted to cook, but just remember the stove oven, it is pretty much limitless to the imagination of what you can do. We really fancied it. We're out in France for a couple of days, so a nice bit of hot camembert, a bit of French toast. There we go. So 40 minutes later, we are done. That is dinner ready. Looking forward to eating this, right?
Smells good.
When was the last time you can say you had a lasagna on the bank cooked?
This is definitely a first for me, lasagna on the bank.
So,
and made from scratch.
let's take this out.
Not that you need to, you can buy them pre-made. Oh, look at that.
Here we go, guys.
That does look banging, to be fair.
So yeah, we're going to cut into this and eat this and enjoy this and then get back to some fishing.
Nom nom nom.
So we're in the last few hours here now. I don't think anything's going to happen. We've tried our hardest to catch these fish.
Yeah, we literally, the conditions completely different from last time, but we've thrown everything at it from tactics wise anyway.
Yeah, well, let's throw you back to 2024 when we was here in Feb and show you how it was for us then. No, let go. Let's say these fish, these commons, it's the commons for me. They are unreal.
Now we've got 20 foot of water out there. It comes off into this corner behind me to about 12 foot.
I can see the bubbles coming up.
You've got to adapt as well. It's not, I've been, it's away.
About 8 foot of flood water here. We was back here in November.
Still lunging.
And we thought the water level was high in November because it was up 4 or 5 foot then.
Oh, it's a chunk. Boys, it's a chunk.
We're at about 5.5 foot on jigs at the minute. For me, this is not one of these venues. This is quality over quantity, right?
Boys, come on! Come on! Oh.
All the size of a big fish. Heavy, holding the bottom. There's no shaking, it's just doing what it wants to do and holding. Yes! Come on! Come on! So we're going to run you back to February of 2024. We just arrived here, and I say it's your first time here.
Yeah.
And as you see, it was completely different now to when we was there back here in February, right?
Well, yeah, because where we're sitting on the boat right now was the beginning of the lake, and that's clearly 15, 20 foot away. So it's well flooded.
It was, and say when we arrived, the fish were really active. They were showing really, really well. And it didn't take too long before we got our first bite.
Is this the white tipper? Yes, babe.
Mate, my leg's shaking.
You got this, go on.
Off, don't it?
Do you want me to get the boat? Get in the boat.
At any venue, when you get that first take, especially here, and you know the stock, your heart's just pounding. But
Massive snag here.
it was unfortunate because I did lose the first fish. And sitting here now, I'm actually looking at the snag that I lost the fish in, and it's clear to see why I lost it, but obviously at the time and the moment when you're in the boat and you're battling it, it's devastating. But yeah, again, you never know what's in here. But the positives from that, we learned. We knew we had to be on the zigs, and we made some changes.
So from the heartbreak of Kyle losing the first fish, it was more heartbreaking because in the boat he did see the fish. But what we did learn is the zigs were the way. I was fishing on the deck, so quickly changed over to the zigs. So all rods are now on the zigs, and before you know it, Kyle's rod was away again.
So we formulated a game plan last night. After seeing, obviously, losing one on a zig, I committed all 3 rods to the zigs. Heart's pumping now, because these fish in this place are unreal. So I'm going to focus on this. It's in! It's in! Boys, come on! Come on! Oh, fuck! Bruv, that's a cheat! It's a common! Come on! Come on! Oh!
So the relief of getting this fish in was, do you know what? I can't explain it in words. Just to see that fish go over the net cord just makes me realise why we do what we do and we love what we do. Especially on the back of a loss. No one likes losing fish, and especially when you see the fish you lose. But that moment, I say, when that goes in that net, yeah, this is the reason we go fishing. And as I said before, these fish are like bars of gold in here. And yeah, we will keep coming back here to catch these fish.
There you go. This is why we come to Evaro. These fish are something special in here. I say we was a little disheartened in camp when we lost one, but I tell you what, this is up the mood. This is why we come here. Little, about around the 47 pound mark, give or take a few ounces. But yeah, do you know what? I'm made up, slightly lost for words. Great battle in the boat. I say, this was on the change of the zigs. All rods on zigs now, they're all out there. I just want to catch some more of these beautiful carp in this venue.
So Kyle's lost one, caught one now. We've now realised and worked out there is a small window bite time, and the zigs are absolutely the way to go. And it's the following day, same time again, Kyle's in again, but disappointingly into a bream. But that's part of fishing, that happens.
It's a fucking bream.
So after the bream, the fish were showing, giving himself away again, but up the other end of the lake. Still the same margin as where Kyle was fishing. So we come up with a plan. The next day, I would go to the other end of the lake, Kyle would carry on where he is, and we'd try hit him in both directions. It was a different day. The weather was completely different. It was wet, it was eerie, it just wasn't the conditions. But we went up there and we had a go.
So we're into the final morning now, and I say we're just about to pack up. We're just sitting with camera doing our final piece. And as good as this trip's been, and I say I've obviously got myself a beautiful comment from here, we come as a team, me and Joff, and ultimately we want him to catch as well. And we wasn't sure if it was going to happen. But when we heard that alarm right through the middle of the filming piece, I think both of our hearts sunk, and that was it. We had that final opportunity again.
You really got to know.
You've got to be accurate, right?
Yeah. You've got to adapt as well. It's not, I've been that's away, it's away! So the boat battle, that's the first time that I have actually battled a fish in a boat.
If it goes to go under the boat, just loosen that clutch off and lower the rod down and let it go. We've got 20 foot of water here, so, and I'll just reposition the boat afterwards.
Kyle jumped in with me, helped me out. I would have been in big trouble out there on my own. No, let go. I can't get over. No. The relief. I finally caught a couple of hours spare, and all I could see in the net was a massive banging common. At that point we didn't know what it weighed, but an absolute bar of gold. There it is. What a reward that is for the team. That is a proper team effort. New PB for me, 46.2, French PB in total, and that is one beautiful creature. Epic bite on the zig, out in the boat. Never landed a fish in a boat before. Kyle come out with me, guided me through it, and that's the reward. The fish here are amazing. Absolutely clean as a whistle. Still leached up, hasn't really woken up yet. There it is, 46.2. So that's my new French PB in the bag, 46 pounds, lovely common. And I was over the moon with a couple of hours to go. Didn't think it would happen, but it happened.
So what a way to end the trip, right?
What a way to end the trip. And we're sort of at that point again now.
Because the conditions are right, and I feel it could happen. It's just, have we got enough time left?
Have we? Can we do it again? Can we repeat 2024?
I am going to drag this pack down as long as I can to see if we can just maximise our time with these rods in the water and hopefully nick one of these special carp.